everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. It's Lisa here with a pick a card reading. This time we're asking Spirit, what is happening in the next chapter of my life? Can I have a sneak peek at what's going to be the next chapter in my life, please, Spirit? So as usual, we have three piles. This pile here is with the Adventurine. This pile here is with the Mootkite. And this pile here is with the Fuchsite. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'll give you guys a second to make your selection and then let's get into the reading. Hey everyone, if you chose pile 1, this will be your reading. You chose this beautiful green stone. Get it to focus. There you go. Okay, so pile 1, we're having a sneak peek into what's going to happen in the next chapter of your life. So keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading. I will actually be validating with the tarot. These are the pre-shuffled and selected cards that I pulled out for you. Let's have a go. The Ancient, Elder Experience Lessons. Otherworld, Veil, Illness, Transition. Hedge Witch, Herb Wisdom, Secrets, Hidden Love. First quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. These two are stuck together. Okay, here we go. First quarter moon in Aquarius, trust the universe. Reveal what needs to be seen. Your path alone. The keys to wisdom. Be neutral. The resting tree with patience and stillness. And finally, the eyes of beauty. So there's a couple of things I'm picking up straight away that are going to be happening in the next chapter of your life. I think that you'll know that you're in the transition into the next chapter of your life when you get sick. I feel like there is this need for a slowing down. It's almost like the universe is saying to you with Otherworld, the resting tree, and Hedge Witch, that through an illness, you learn a lesson. You learn to slow down. You learn to take a rest and take a break because that's what you're needing right now. And I feel like you'll know that you're getting close to this time that I'm talking about when you get sick. Now, don't worry, it's not a permanent illness. It's nothing that you can't handle. It's simply that you may have to spend some time in bed resting. So once that happens, then I feel like you're going into this period where you may be feeling quite alone in your world at the moment. And I think that that's because you're getting prepared for a new love relationship with the hidden love and secrets, as well as reveal what needs to be seen, as well as trust the universe and honor your own feelings. I'm feeling like there's this a need to admit to yourself that you have feelings for someone that you've hidden or that someone else has hidden for you. And I feel like with this person coming into your life, you may be challenged to see the eyes of beauty, the love that you have for yourself, recognizing the gifts and the wisdom that you have to bring to a relationship and to give to other people, I think is going to be really, really important. I definitely feel like with the keys to wisdom coming up here is that there's a need to step out of your personhood and step into the observer, where you can see things from a neutral perspective, where you can see all of your beautiful gifts, all of your shadows, all of your the world around you in a way that's really clear and meaningful to you. And I think this is why you're going to have to go through this illness and have a rest, because when you zoom out and stop looking at things in the personal way and start looking at things from the eyes of the observer, you get the keys to your wisdom. Your wisdom is coming from a place of non-personhood. Wisdom is knowing when to use the information that you have and how to use the information that you have, or if you should use the information that you have. And I think this is one of those times where through walking the path alone, you've been working on your own self and working on your, going through your lessons that the universe has been bringing you. And as a result of that, the wisdom that you've gained has allowed you to step into the place of the observer and see your life through the eyes of beauty and see the way that which you've connected with the path that you've been walking in a way that's really beneficial to other people. Now, for others of you, and this will only be a very small group of you, it could be that this next chapter of your life starts with the passing of a loved one, particularly a parent or a generation that's above you. And if that is the case, then just know that you are completely loved and protected as you go through this challenging lesson of learning to integrate the knowledge of grief, because that's ultimately what it's going to be about. Yeah, let's clarify and get some further knowledge coming in here. Oh, this one wants to come. Okay, we have the 6 of Wands. Oh, sorry, the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Feeling defensive, feeling backed into a corner, feeling like you have to defend yourself. I think that this is the reason that you're going to be needing to take a break, because ultimately when you're feeling like this, and this can also happen if you're losing a loved one, you can feel like there's nothing you can do and that you just have to defend yourself in whatever way you can so that you can get through the emotion of it all. And I feel like because this is a wand, it is about emotions, burning, fire, passion, intense emotion. I think that for those of you who do have a hidden lover in the field that is going to be making themselves known in this next period of your life, I feel like it'll come to you through a passionate declaration of help in some way. What else, please, Spirit? We have death. And in this case, I don't think it means literal death. I think it's more talking about the physical changes that you're going to be going through as a result of this new perception that you're stepping into, where you can see things from a higher perspective and you really are looking at your life through the eyes of change and through the eyes of love. Because I do feel like if there is a hidden love in your environment that's coming out in this next chapter, of course, that's going to mean a big change to your life if you're single. Doing things on your own, walking your path alone, and then having to come into a coupling can be really overwhelming. So you really need to trust the universe as you go through this process, because your feelings are going to be all over the shop. They're going to be up one minute, down the next. Do I want this? Do I not want this? I got so used to doing things on my own and sitting in that space of capability that maybe I don't know how to be in a relationship anymore. And that's the changes that I think that you're going to have to go through as you enter into this chapter, where there's a lot going on either within you or around you. And I think that you've really got to honor your feelings as you go through these challenges, because there's definitely something that's hidden from you. With Otherworld, Hedge Witch, and Reveal What Needs to Be Seen, I think it's within you. There's something within you that you need to reveal. What is that? Is it a desire for something more? Is it a deep knowing that you have to go somewhere or do something? Is it the knowing that there's something sacred in your path that's coming for you that you need to accept and acknowledge before it can manifest? Whatever it is, I feel like this resting tree moment where you will be put into the space of healing is all about finding out what's going on inside of you, taking a minute, stopping the hard work that you've been doing. Because ultimately, I feel like you guys are okay. Like physically, you're okay. Physically, financially, work-wise, you're okay. I think that the universe is saying to you, you've tried so hard, you've been putting in all of this effort and work, you've taken care of all of the practical things. Now it's time to stop and take care of your emotions. It's time to stop and have a rest and have a break and let the universe do some of the hard lifting for a little while. Let it create the changes that you need in order to move forward into the next chapter of your life. And the 5 of Swords. So this is the card of deception. It's also the card of hidden love. So someone could be watching you with the eyes of beauty here, looking at you saying, I really want to enter into a love relationship with you, but it's hidden right now. So you've got hidden wisdom, veil, and deception, as well as reveal what needs to be seen. This is saying to me that in the next chapter of your life, there's going to be something that you're going to need to see. So don't put yourself in a situation where you are blind to what's going on around you, in the sense that if you sit and look at things from a neutral perspective without worrying about your ego, you'll see it. You'll know what it is. No one can lie to you when you're in the space of neutrality. So just remember that whatever it is that's hidden from you is going to be revealed. See all of these moons up here, they're all shining a light on something. So I would say to you, whatever is hidden from you is going to be revealed quite quickly in this chapter. And I think that what's being revealed to you is that there is someone who actually has romantic feelings for you, or that you realize all of a sudden you have romantic feelings for somebody else. And when that happens, I think that you've got a choice to make. With death coming up here, you can choose to change it and do something about it, or you can choose to ignore it. And so I think in this particular case, it's the universe calling you into a space of healing so that you can see what needs to be seen, so that you can then make the changes accordingly. And I think that if it's not a relationship that's coming in for you, what it will be is a change to your status in some way. Your job, your role, your titles, whatever that is, that's what's going to be changing for you. The good news is that it's a very positive outcome for you. I think that this next chapter is going to be a little bit challenging, not going to lie, but I think that the challenge is leading to a place that's really worthwhile. Like, this is not the kind of challenge you want to bow out of. This is the kind of challenges that create your character, that make you you. So I would actually get excited about it and see, like, put your detective hat on and start looking at the world in a way with curiosity and awe, because ultimately you are completely protected. That's why we've got to trust the universe here. It's saying to you that it's going to reveal whatever you need to be revealed, and it's going to protect you and love you through the whole process. So it's going to be a lot easier. It's all up to you. Perception is everything. If we embrace these changes with an open heart and a knowingness that it's a necessary part of our growth, and allow for that to happen without resistance and with compliance, it's so much easier to get through these challenges. So I hope that helps you guys. I'm sending you the biggest hug. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hey, part 2, if you chose the Mookat, this will be your reading. Let's jump in and have a look, you guys. Now, these are your oracle cards that I did shuffle and select off camera, but I will be clarifying with the tarot, and we'll do that together. So let's jump in and see what's come up for you with the oracle cards. Now, I haven't looked at these yet, guys, so we'll be discovering them together. The Dreamer. Visions, trance, apparitions. King of the Darkwood Elves. Authority, credibility, and status. The Unseelie Queen. Glamour, opulence, and hubris. Full moon in Pisces, forgive. I'm just going to move that over a bit. Okay, we have full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. First quarter moon in Libra, keep your heart open. The Prison Waif. I'll pop this over here so we've got some room for the tarot. We have the Cosmos, creativity and vastness. We have be a curious creature, express gratitude, and a choice to make. Okay, so the first thing I get when I jump into the field is that I think this is going to be a really positive time for you. I feel like it's an expansion of yourself, and I feel like this is a time of ease and grace. I feel like this will be a time where you get to express your creativity in a way that you haven't yet before, because you're finally being freed of the prison of self-sabotage, poverty consciousness, and the mental prison that we create for ourselves when we come into this 3D world, where we convince ourselves that the only freedom to be had is if we're financially free. And that's just not the case. So I think that this will be a time in your life when you are getting a lot of visions, a lot of apparitions of the divine coming to you and showing you what you've got to be grateful for. I mean, I think that ultimately what's been holding you back is a need to forgive whoever it is that held you down, that put you in this prison in the first place. And generally, I feel like it was someone who has... So the Unseelie Queen is all about someone who is going to be very, very ego based. Someone who's going to be very, I'm right, you're wrong. You don't know anything. I know everything. It's that kind of energy where someone's done that to you, and it's because they've made you feel like you're nothing that they feel like they're everything. So it's taking your power away by dressing it down and talking down to you. And I think that whoever did this to you has really hit your self esteem. They've really damaged the way in which you look at yourself. And I think that you just need to forgive the universe for allowing that to manifest in the first place. But ultimately, when these people come into our lives, essentially what they're doing is they're building up our own self-esteem. It isn't until we're challenged that we're able to see our self-esteem. Like, if someone doesn't make you feel less than, how can you know that you're enough? It's one of those things where it's a paradox. It's one of those confusing concepts where it's like, how can black exist if white does not? So it's one of those things when we depersonalize it and step out of the human self and look at it from the place of the observer, there's nothing to forgive, really. And forgiveness is all about letting go of something. It's not at all acceptance of something. And it's a freeing of your own self and your own attachment to the idea that something wrong or bad has happened in the first place, because that's ultimately at its root and at its base a judgment. And it's our judgments that we make in the world that are actually keeping us trapped in the prison wave. So we create our own prison, but we also have the ability to free ourselves from our own prison. And I think that this period of your life is going to be all about that, all about freeing you and enabling you to see the authority and the status that you have that's beyond whatever it is that this person did to make you feel like you're not good enough. And I think that with the King of the Darkwood Elves coming up here with the Dreamer, it's like you're going to get visions and apparitions of this before it even happens. So it is a call to open your creativity. It's the universe asking you to be a curious creature, to jump in there and have a look at what's going on in my life right now. How can I bring creativity into my world? How can I open myself back up? What can I do to open my heart and keep it open? Where's the joy and the gratitude in my life? What can I do to make a choice to actually choose the thing that's going to make me feel happy, the thing that's going to give me my joy? Because joy is a state of being, it's not an emotion. Emotion is a response to an external stimuli. Joy is a state of being. It's the resonant frequency that your body is vibrating at. And when we get into the state of joy, it's not usually as a result of an external event happening. It's as a result of us freeing ourselves to our natural state, which is joy. Freeing ourselves from the prison, letting go of all of the things that are weighing us down and dragging us down, and allowing ourselves to truly feel for the first time the divine consciousness. And that's why I think you've got the full moon here with Cancer and letting your fears dissolve. It's easy to say let your fears dissolve. It is not so easy to actually do it. And I think you're going to be given visions of ways in which you can do that and feel safe. And I think it's through expressing your gratitude for the things that you already have that you can let those fears dissolve. Sometimes when we've been through a really challenging time in our lives, it's really easy to get caught up in fear consciousness. But what I'm saying to you is, I think in this particular circumstance, the universe is saying to you, you've got literally nothing to fear and everything to get excited about. This is going to be a great period in your life where you're no longer stressed or worried about the physical things, because I feel like you're going to be given the authority to know what it is that you need to do in order to secure yourself. And so I think that generally this is all about releasing the fears of what could be and just enjoying what is. So I think that the physical things around you are calming down. I think you'll have enough money to do what you want to do. I mean, obviously you're not going to be a billionaire tomorrow, but I think in this chapter of your life, the financial aspects of your life flow a lot easier. And I think as a result of that, you're able to spend the time that you need to spend in creativity, not so worried about what's going to happen in the physical world. So the Hierophant has come up. Coming up next to a choice to make, I really feel like this is just encouraging you to look at all of the authority figures in your life that have actually made you feel less than, because I feel like there's a rebirth in your authority coming through, and it's your authority. It's not other people's authority. And I feel like with the Hierophant coming up here, it's that you've finally mastered learning what is your authority. How do you get your authority? And I think that that is something that you can really look forward to, because ultimately when you become an authority in your own life, fear just dissolves because you take your power back from everybody else. And I think that that's what you need to do over in this next section, is just take your power back. Five of Swords. The struggle has been necessary, and even though you've been struggling, you're destined to win. You're destined to get there. You're destined to have what you wanted to have. This can also talk about changes in work that you don't know about yet that are going to give you this relief. Could be that management and making changes to the work that you're doing, and therefore, as a result, you no longer have to worry about your job or have to worry about your financial security, because it all of a sudden just works out. So this is a very, very positive time in your life, and I think that there's a lot to look forward to and a lot to let go of in this period of your life. It is going to be one of those times where it's like an explosion of passion comes through for you. I think it's happening quickly and suddenly. I think that you'll know you're getting close to this transition, to this time in your life when you can feel a lot better about things, is going to happen probably as a result of an email or a phone call about work, where you're going to all of a sudden get news with that makes it feel as if you've broken through, that you've mastered your credibility and authority. If you're not working, then I would say that this comes as a result of your partner getting work resolved. And if it's not your partner that's getting work resolved, then I would say it's something to do with your finances or the physical living conditions. Whatever it is, I think that this is going to be the most amazing period in your life where you really finally get to relax and remember what the joy is. So I hope that helped you guys. Please do let me know in the comments what's going on for you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Hey everyone, if you chose pile 3, then this will be your reading. With this ruby fuchsia, it's really pretty. Okay, so let's jump in and see what you've got. Now I will be doing the tarot on camera. These are our clarifiers, and these are the ones that I have pre-shuffled and selected, but I don't know what they are yet. I'll be seeing them for the first time with you. Oh, bliss, contentment, satisfaction, and security. That is a great start. The Green Wish, fresh new spring. Oath, pledge, promise, contract. Go wild, full moon in Leo. First quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. The Winged Wise Ones. The Dragon's Jewel. Process and absorb. Love your inner child. And open your mind. Wow, guys, I love this for you. Like, honestly, this next chapter of your life is going to be amazing. So there's a lot to get excited about. I think that this is going to be one of those times where you really do get to relax into bliss and contentment and satisfaction and security. And I think that this is coming to you through a new contract, either at work or a new house that you're buying, or some sort of legal contract leads to a place of bliss and peace. And it is a new beginning for you. It's like rebirth energy is coming into your field. So I really love that. I really love that for you, because it means that it's a whole new beginning. And I think that it's an opportunity for you to process and absorb everything that's happened up until this point. It's also an opportunity for you to heal your inner child. So with your heal your inner child and full moon in Leo, go wild coming up here, it's like a call to play. It's a call to win the inner duel, the inner conflict that you've been going through, and consciously choose to rise above anything that's going on in your life right now and choose peace, choose bliss, choose contentment, because ultimately you are safe. The Winged Wise Ones are the angels, the helpers, the miraculous aid that's coming through to show you that in this moment, it's like through a miraculous thing happening, either getting a new job, getting a new house, getting a new place to live, or making a pledge and a promise and a contract with a lover. Whatever it is that's coming in, there's a new beginning, and it's a big new beginning. So for some of you, it will be a new job. For some of you, it will be a new love. For some of you, it will be a new house. For some of you, it will just be a rebirth of your soul within, a place where you know yourself in a new way, where you ascend in your light body and you're awakened to the knowing of the truth of who you are. And that, my friends, is the best kind of rebirth that we can ever get. So I think that there's a need to assess the situation here. What I'm seeing is that there is some sort of fight that's going on inside of you, and that fight that's going on inside of you is actually distracting you from the truth of your reality. And the truth of your reality right now is that you are actually pretty safe. There is a lot going on around you that is going to be leading you to this place of true knowledge, of knowing what's really good for you, and knowing that you are completely safe. Like, this is an opportunity. These times in our lives, this chapter that you're going into, it doesn't come around very often. And so you need to grab it with both hands and really embrace it, because this is one of those times where the universe is literally going to be moving heaven and earth to make sure that you feel safe and secure. It's going to be sending you signs left, right, and center. And the challenge is, do we take those signs and believe them and then actually enjoy the energy as we're meant to? Or do we go into fear and go, I don't know if I can trust this. I see the signs, but I'm choosing to ignore them because it hasn't happened yet, and therefore it's not real. It's not real until I see it, and therefore it's not real until I feel it and know it as truth. So I will say to you that I think that this is one of those times when you really need to trust the process. You really need to make sure that you are in alignment with, where are you with your faith? What is it that you are creating with yourself that allows you to know your truth for sure? So also, with assess the situation and work through your feelings, I do feel like you have some suppressed emotion from your childhood, because with love your inner child here coming up and open your mind, it's saying to you there's something that you need to process and absorb. There's something that's happened to you in the past that needs healing, and it needs to be a love for your inner child. Your inner child is calling out to you saying, I need to play. I need to go wild. I need to forget all of these silly rules that you humans have made, and I need to just be myself and just do what I want to do, not what everyone else is expecting me to do. And I think that this is going to be a period in your life where you actually get that chance to do that. For once, you get to open your mind and be crazy. Do that random thing that everybody else says is ridiculous. And I think it's really needed, because ultimately, when we really get down to the roots of everything that's happening here, the only oath or promise that you've made to the universe is to be yourself. And I think that it's really awesome that the universe is saying to you, in this period of your life, we want you to go crazy, go wild, be you, do whatever you want to do, be joyful, be happy, be blissful, have a new day, have a new dawn, have a new thing. And whatever that thing is that you need in order to get there, to feel that, we're going to bring it to you like magic. So that's pretty exciting. Let's jump in and have a look and see what else. Make it more clear, please, Spirit. What else, please, Spirit? Okay, we have the Six of Swords. Things getting easier. All of those little challenges that you've been facing recently, starting to ease up and move on. The water getting smoother. You're able to sit in a field of flowers and just enjoy yourself and enjoy the sun as it rises for you in your new day. The Knight of Swords, taking action, moving forward. I think that this rebirth is something you've been waiting for a while. And with the Knight of Swords coming up here, it's letting me know that you are actually moving forward in a way that feels really, really good to you. I feel like there's more action in this area of your life. And I think that it's through a divine intervention, some sort of mind-opening space where you see an opportunity to move forward with a new thing in your life, a rebirth, where this new thing is taking form and making it possible for you to actually see the next step. What action do I need to take? And I think that that's coming through for you loud and clear. And the Four of Pentacles. security, stability, the ability to create wealth and finance in a way that allows you to feel really grounded and good. So I think ultimately the message here is that the next chapter of your life is going to be exceedingly happy. It's going to have more financial abundance in it. You're going to feel financially stable and secure. And you are going into a space where you're reborn within yourself. It's like magic. The universe is creating every situation that it possibly can create in order for you to see the magic around you and to feel the gratitude for that inner child that has been processing and absorbing your reality to this point. And I think it's in the choice that we make where you can choose to win this inner conflict that you've been having. You don't have to fight with yourself anymore. You don't have to worry about disbelief because the universe is going to bring it in and show you that you can believe and that you can trust. So I think that this is going to be a beautiful chapter for you. And I think that you'll know that it's beginning when you hear news of either a new work contract, a new house, or something to do with your physical living arrangements. That's what I'm feeling. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope this was helpful. I am so grateful that you guys are going to have an amazing next chapter. I hope you have a great day ahead, and I will see you guys in the next one.